welcome to the very first episode by Honda Dash RC's Dash and Bash. I'm your host, Taylor Honda Dash Tomala, and this is my son and co-host, Oren Bash Tomala.
What's up?
As I mentioned in the beginning of this is the very first episode, and in each episode we'll be covering a different point.
Such as what you need to know about which is better, nitro or electric RC.
Nitro. Today we're going to be discussing getting into the RC hobby and the do's and don'ts of what to buy and what not to buy. Now, I haven't been in the hobby my entire life. In fact, I've only been doing this for about 3 years. And due to health problems and depression, there was a huge reason why I got into it. Now, at the time, my situation seemed unique, but as I found out by your comments, this was more common than I thought.
My dad's cousin Blake Stark came over one day and brought his HPI Trophy 3.3 Nitro Buggy over.
It was like the coolest thing I've ever seen. I watched it go from 0 to 55 in like just a few seconds. I was hooked by noticing the little thing that everybody loves, especially me, is the smell of burning nitro fuel.
And don't forget, Dad, about the sound of the engine as it revved up.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty awesome. That's why I found myself forgetting about how sick I was, and my mind was completely focused on that car.
I know. You were like, what? But I'm sure, like my dad, some of you may have had similar experiences. And if you do, feel free to leave them in the comment section of the video. You would be surprised of the healing power of the RC hobby.
That's right. Now my first RC was actually an HPI Mini 1/18 scale. Now it's a really small scale, but I got used to it because of the possibility of smashing into something high speed wasn't there.
And this is mine, a Dramedia.
Yep, DT4. Now there were times that I did bust a wheel or I did break some sort of linkage or things like that, and had to sit there and figure out what was broken. But how to fix it was really exciting for me because I love to learn things like that. And discovering how this hobby is so comforting to sit there on a workbench and take your time and listen to some music and rock out and fix your car.
Just some of what my dad is saying. If I were you, to be smart, I would be starting out with a smaller car like I'm doing right now. And we're not talking about like getting a Target brand or Walmart or even Radio Shack, but a legit RC vehicle. Something that with adjustable cambers, and
caster.
linkages.
Exactly. Something with a transmitter looks like this. Not something that looks like this. Okay, those are crappy. If you have a two-handed thing with a long-ass 20 feet cable come out of it, that's not a real RC. So, I mean, the first thing you need to consider, though, is where you like to buy it from. Now, the first thing that I tell people to do is go to your local hobby store. Consider buying one from them. So by supporting them, you might develop a relationship with them over time, and then you can get great deals, like I do with Hooked Hobbies and RC here in Long Beach, Washington. There are several places that you can buy from reputable websites, such as TowerHobbies.com, RCPlanet.com, and even Horizon Hobbies, who like to make their own cars as well.
And if you were on a budget, I would go to Tower Hobbies. They offer what is called an easy pay. For most cars offer on other websites, usually the cars there usually break. Your car costs into 3 smaller payments. The first one you make, after that they send you the car. Then after the 2 next payments, you pay on the same day that you bought it. Then after that, the car is yours completely.
Exactly. It's a pretty good sweet deal, actually. You know, the other thing you got to get is an RTR, or ready to run, for all the people that aren't in the hobby yet, which means nothing needed extra. As soon as you get out of the box, it's ready to go.
There are people like me and my dad, and usually like other people like my dad, want to understand
how things work.
Yeah.
And how to fix something, you know?
Yeah.
Now, I mean, half this part is fixing your vehicle. So those of you that had gotten the kit car have already had an advantage on those who jumped right in.
Because you know, like if something breaks, you already know how to fix it.
Exactly. You know, now I've seen the comment section of my videos, people saying, I broke it, what do I do? And you know, that's a big part of my channel, is how to help those people. And I try to take the time to figure it out and don't get frustrated, because I know it can get frustrating.
The second thing is what your budget. My suggestion is always buy an RC car from a good company like Traxxas.
Don't go to Walmart or Target. They're not real RC cars, what are they?
They're toys, complete toys.
Now, if you have no experience with things like that, I suggest buying, you know, between a 1/18 scale and a 1/10 scale. But once you figure out and get comfortable with that, you can go to a bigger vehicle. Now, I suggestion to get Traxxas 1/18 like Trax. You get those for about $130. It's a 1/18 scale. Usually comes in a monster truck feature or a regular feature. Comes with a 370 size brush motor, programmable ESC, 1200 milliamp nickel metal hydrate, or NIM for short, battery charger, oil fill shocks, 2.4 gigahertz transmitter, and 4-wheel drive. But if you look at Tower Hobby's website, you can find the car that you like. If you scroll down, make sure you look at the part where it says parts needed. Pay attention to that, because when I bought my Offna Hyper SS, I didn't pay attention to that, and it said RTR, but it really wasn't. I needed something called a hump pack, and what that is a cluster of batteries that controls the steering servo and the throttle servo. And this is on a nitro version as well, sorry. But that's a pretty important piece, so just beware. So if you don't know what brushless and brushed means, we'll be getting to that when we cover that in our next episode. But if you don't want to jump on and get electric, and you want to jump right into nitro, I do suggest getting, if you're ready of course, getting a Traxxas 1/10 Nitro Sport TQ RTR for about $300.
Or a Traxxas Wrestler, which comes in both nitro and electric.
And if it seems like I've got nothing but Traxxas cars here on my list, because I'm not biased.
Boring.
Alright, I just have the experience with Traxxas that leads me to them, because they build quality cars and their customer service is next to no one. Now, you don't have to go with Traxxas. There are plenty of other great companies out there. I would suggest do not buy from Red Cat. They're junk.
Yeah. Also, the company called LRP is complete garbage. You can't get anything from them. You can't even get on the phone. My dad had to go to Facebook to even get to them, and it took 3 weeks to send us just a new Polestar. And then even when he put it on the thing, it wasn't working, it wasn't starting, and then he took it off and it broke.
So I would highly suggest avoiding them.
Garbage.
HPI, Arma, Losi, Team Associate, Kyosho, all great companies. So if you do have a company that yours great, please let us know by leaving a comment in the section down below, and let everybody else know too, so that way no one else makes those new mistakes.
But I would thank Tom McMillan's from Hooked Hobbies, who gave me a free Dromedia. Free!
It's pretty cool of him. Thanks, Tom. Regardless of what you buy, always fill out your warranty card. Can't say that nor stress that enough. It will save your ass in the long run. And if you buy from some of the reputable companies that we listed, they will have great customer service, and they'll be willing to help you, perhaps even bend a rule or two. The standard metric sizes on most electric RC cars and most other cars are between 1.0 millimeters and 3.5 millimeters, so very small. Now, the crowded part is screws will be the primary thing you will contend with, next to breaking major parts, but screws are the first and last things you do on your car.
And you using them so much will run into the biggest and most annoying major disasters that you could ever encounter in an RC fixing problem, I guess.
Screws are garbage. Okay, they're so small, they're easy to strip. Nothing makes me more frustrated than when I have to take off a part and then the screws are all stripped. I've tried a couple of different RC tools. Heck, I even started out with the crappy Allen wrenches and the little flip out thing. But I found out that can't get me nowhere because it's so small, and a lot of things in RC are really tight in there. So I bought for $11 the Duratrax 5-piece set.
Yeah, he did. And that saved his butt for a little bit of time.
Exactly, because that one even had problems. It didn't go down far enough into the hole, which made them stripping them so much more easier. Well, that's why I use this right here. The Duratrax 19-in-1 set. It is superior. It strips way less than all their screws and all their tools combined. It's $20, so don't be cheapskate. fork it out. It'll save you in the long run.
Another thing that you should consider is sort of a tray that can hold like screws and bolts so you don't lose them. And
For two reasons.
it's going to save your butt, for
Well,
one.
one thing is to keep you from losing screws, and the other is you're going to have leftovers. So don't freak out, all right? You know you forgot something, which is not always a bad thing, but you can get away for getting a few screws.
Another thing to consider is getting a complete screw set for your car.
When I buy a brand new car, I order exactly same set from my local hobby store. So if you don't have a local hobby shop, go to RC Planet. They have great screw sets on there.
Let's face it, you're gonna lose screws.
Get an extra set of batteries. There are great battery companies out there, so check out these as well.
The rule with batteries is go big or go home.
Peak performance of your RC electric or nitro steering servo and throttle servos is by getting great batteries. Something with high mAh or milliamp and something with high voltage rating. If you don't know what exactly those numbers mean, well, here's an example I can give to you.
I don't.
The mAh is a gas tank. The voltage is the size of your engine, i.e. V4, V6, V8. And if you have a LiPo or lithium-ion polymer battery, those have a C rating. And I think of those as the octane of the fuel, i.e. 87, 89, 92.
But be sure, if you do get LiPo, to be extremely careful with them.
They're very dangerous. So we'll cover LiPo batteries in a future video.
And the last, but not least,
It's getting a go bag.
Yeah.
Because, when you're not bashing, you can get a bow bag with you that fits all your tools in there so you can go from your truck to your car without having to go all the way back and forth. But we'll cover all the extra parts and all the things that are needed to fix the most basic stuff that breaks out in the field. So, thanks for watching our very first episode of Dash and Bash.
We hope you enjoyed it, and it was very fun, but a lot of work making our first episode. Hopefully, we will start filming another one soon. I'm so excited.
A lot of work into this.
And I'm Lauren Bash.
Very proud of him. And I'm Honda Dash. So don't forget to subscribe and show your support for us. We've almost hit the big 1,000 on the subs. So we'll be putting out a 1,000 subscriber special if we meet 1,000. So
Have fun bashing and crashing.
Alright, thanks for watching.
That's the end of the video.
So make sure you show your continued support by checking out our Facebook, Instagram, and Facebook.
We'll leave a link in the description below.
Exactly, and don't forget to check out these playlists over here.
Don't forget to subscribe up here and the featured channel down here.
Exactly, so have fun.